And welcome back to another video. Today we're taking a look at a scenario where World War One never happened and Germany went expansionist. So in this timeline, we are on the World War One map. Ignore how bad it is. I couldn't find any other better map. So these borders are fine, but some borders may, yeah, this map is rubbish, but I have nothing better. I'm gonna color this guy coloring Gabon. It's gonna color in Gabon next Equatorial Guinea. Oh, I didn't. So that's one of the territories that Germany owned. Cameroon. Tanzania was the other one. But in this timeline, Germany is going to be going expansionist without World War One happening. And it's going to be similar to maybe I should not be saying that name. Hitler. It's going to be similar to Hitler in a way. So we have a election going around. Is it an election? We have the people in Germany voting. And a new group pops up, which isn't fascist. I don't like what I'm trying to do. They're not fascist. They're not communist. They're an expansion type. I don't know what imperialism that is. The leader's more imperialism. He wants to expand the German Empire. He looks around at his neighbours and sees that expansion is on the rise, and they can do expansion. This leader is similar to Hitler in a way, but Hitler wasn't born yet. He was, but just I don't think he was actually. But this guy is similar to Hitler in a way, but just not like Hitler. He does not want to expand rapidly in like 5 years. But anyway, we have, I don't know what to call this guy. This isn't gonna be a series. But Germany will be gone. So the German Empire will expand. By the way, Serbia and all that stuff didn't happen with Austria-Hungary. They didn't hire assassins to kill anybody. But we have the German Empire declaring war on the Netherlands. Now, the Allies exist. Was it the Allies at this point? I don't think it was. I'm not really familiar with World War One, if I'm honest. World War map. But we're gonna say the Allies exist, so France and the UK are in the pact, and remember that's all their colonies as well. So if Germany would want to expand into them, they would have to face the colonies. Wouldn't be fine. So the German Empire is gonna declare war on the Netherlands as their first target. The Netherlands is protected by nobody. The French don't really care about what's gonna happen to the Netherlands. The English don't really care. The English aren't really in the mood to be fighting the German Empire, because that wouldn't be fun. But the Netherlands is split into two, and this is not good for the country. German troops immediately focus on capturing Amsterdam, which they do successfully. And the Netherlands sink into the bottom of the ocean, which means they surrendered, as they see no hope by the German Empire. I don't know, but I don't know if this was how old you thing, but if it wasn't, Indonesia is granted independence when this happened. So let's take a look at this peace treaty. So in the peace treaty, the German Empire fully annexes the Netherlands. I might be calling it the German Empire throughout this entire video. I'm not gonna bother. But now the German Empire has less areas to expand. As the German Empire, it's surrounded by very powerful countries. It wanted to expand, I think, in real life, but it couldn't. But in this timeline, it's an expansionist country. It will be able to get away with what it's doing. But the only issue they will most likely have is the alliance between the UK, the Russian Empire, and France. I thought for a minute Ireland was united, but that's just the British Isles united, actually. I don't know if this is on discovered land or Saudi Arabia. I think it's Saudi Arabia. The German Empire has some allies such as the Ottoman Empire and Italy. Italy Italy joined the Allies. I'm going to call them the Allies. Sorry. Italy joined the. Oh, I forget the Oh, I've got it. But they joined it because they wanted to get their land back from Austria. But did they want to get the land back from Austria? I think Austria always owned that. But in this timeline, they're more with Germany because World War I never happened. But enough of that. The German Empire will now be declaring war on Denmark. Then, probably their weakest neighbour, behind the Netherlands. Let me just colour this all in. So the German Empire declares war on Denmark, and the UK and France are kind of getting a little bit concerned about what's happening. They don't do anything still. That's just the UK and France. They didn't do anything in World War I. They tried to appease Nazi Germany. They tried to appease No Germany, but it didn't work, and in the end, No Germany ended up doing World War I, and then they had to fight that, which was the deadliest battle in history. So, German troops immediately entered into Denmark, and Denmark is gonna fall in 6 hours like they did in real life with World War One. I don't think Denmark even got involved. World War Two. I don't think Denmark even got involved in World War One, so I don't know why they were given land. Maybe it was promised to them if the Allies and the Russian Empire won World War One, which they did. I don't know. Did they win World War? Yeah, they did. So Denmark falls within 6 hours, and we do have the UK and France kind of meeting up with each other. They kind of speak things down and say, what are we going to do about Germany's rapid expansion into Europe? They do nothing for now because they don't want to fight Germany. Germany's probably the strongest country in the world at this point. I know Germany has territorial claims like Cameroon and Tanzania and Togo, but in all reality, they wouldn't be able to expand down there. They wouldn't be able to expand. They could expand. They can't expand anywhere. It's not like this is the real time. So let's take a look at this peace treaty between Germany and Denmark. So in the peace treaty, the German Empire fully annexes Denmark, and the German Empire is definitely starting to get. It's definitely starting to become an empire. It's definitely starting to become the empire in like Europe. And now they want to expand down into the Balkans. One issue with that, Austria-Hungary's in the way. Austria-Hungary is one of the probably in the top 5 strongest countries in the world. If not the second strongest, right behind Germany. I don't think they are. So, Germany doesn't know what to do, because they want to expand down into the Balkans, because that will be a lot of nice land. But Austria-Hungary would be an issue, because, well, Austria-Hungary, that would be hard to fight. The Ottoman, they do have their allies, but the Ottoman Empire is more focused on expanding their empire down into Africa and taking over Saudi Arabia or Iran. They could attack Switzerland, but I don't think that would be a smart idea, because, well, neutral, and I don't really think anybody would invade Switzerland. So where else is there to go? Basically nearly nowhere. They are surrounded by 4 or 5 very powerful countries. France, the UK, and Russian Empire in an alliance. Austria-Hungary is a strong country. So where do they go? Well, they're gonna invade Belgium and Luxembourg. The German Empire declares war on Belgium and Luxembourg at the same time, and the Allies are now kind of worried about this. Why would they not be worried about, the Netherlands, who is a pretty powerful country? They're worried about Belgium because that's a weak point to France. And they're scared if a war were to ever break out between the German Empire and the France, that they would just go through them, how they did in World War I, where they just went through this area. wait a minute, 5%. I might have to get my charger. I'll do this real quick. So Germany declares war on Belgium, Luxembourg, and these two have no chance. Belgium loses the RC right away, as their empire just collapses as they lose Brussels. And then Luxembourg doesn't even have a chance. Let's take a look at this peace treaty. So in the peace treaty, Germany annexes all of Belgium, Luxembourg, and now hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of troops are lining the border of Austria-Hungary. Austria-Hungary doesn't even notice this. And we also see some naval ships across here by Norway, which the British and French have kind of picked up on. They don't care about Austria-Hungary, they really don't care at all. But Norway, that would be bad. Germany announces that they don't have any plan to invade Norway, but there's a lot of ships by Norway. And I mean by Norway, not like, I'd say probably thousands of ships by Norway. Sweden and the German Empire have pretty good relations right now, so I don't think they would have to worry yet. Remember, Germany's an expansionist country. They can break their alliances. Expansionist countries they don't ally with their neighbours sometimes. They will ally with the neighbours and then invade their neighbours when they don't have any other choices. I guess similar to Italy in World War II and World War II, where they were on Germany's side and then switched sides, so they lost land, but barely anything compared to what Germany lost. So I'm gonna go quickly grab my charger. So back. Anyway, where were we? So yeah, German Empire has hundreds of thousands of troops on Austria-Hungary's border. Austria-Hungary thinks nothing of him. Just says that they may be invading Switzerland. The Austrian-Hungary government is really like they get torn apart by the people. The people are so mad at them because they're like, why would there be hundreds of thousands of troops on our border? And they don't listen, so it kind of comes back to bite them. But we have the German Empire declaring war on Austria-Hungary. The biggest war they've had to fight yet. At the same time, they also declare war on Norway, which they didn't say they were going to do. And the British knew about this, so they have a lot of troops there. Norway, they don't want to actually go to war yet, but what the people have kind of realised right now is that Germany is going for a complete expansionist route now. No longer just, going to take over the weak countries and then leave. They're going for all in. Realise they have a good chunk of their army focused on Austria-Hungary, so they don't... It's going to be really tough for them to fight. That's what I'm trying to say. Immediately, we have German troops just flooding out from the borders and invading the Alps, which I don't think you would be able to do that in this timeline, but I don't really care. They aren't able to capture Vienna, but for Czechia, they are really successful in taking Prague. Czechoslovakia is basically rebelling. They see Germany as a liberator, and they rebel against Austria-Hungary, which is going to hurt Austria-Hungary quite a bit. Austria-Hungary is trying to get the stuff together, but the people are really not letting it happen. The people knew this was going to happen, and they didn't bother with anything. So they get mobilized, and they are able to fight back. But Germany already had this planned out. They were hoping for Austria-Hungary to fight back. Because, well, Austria-Hungary's pushing back in this area. But, you want to know something? If you're wondering what that is, that's Vienna. Vienna just got encircled. Great job, Austria-Hungary. Vienna's taken with a bloody battle. It wasn't easy for the Germans to win. Now we have a stalemate approaching because the Austrian-Hungary government, army is now fully mobilised, and there's not really much expansion on each side. We do see pushbacks on both sides, but it's really not much. Germany hopes to capitulate Austria-Hungary by getting Budapest and completely just destroying it. Now we have Germany focusing over 80,000 troops on Norway, which is really not much. There's probably like 20,000 British troops in Norway and 30,000 French troops. But, yeah. They capture Oslo with relative ease, as Norway's not putting up much of a defence. Norway's kind of just... They let it happen. They don't really want to fight a war against the strongest country in the world. They saw what happened to Austria-Hungary. They don't want it. So when they lose Oslo, they just surrender, which forces all the British troops to evacuate. So, yeah, Germany just took out Norway with relative ease, and those 80,000 troops are now going down to Austria-Hungary, which, yeah, nobody really cares. Austria-Hungary's really struggling in this war. So, yeah, 80,000 troops are now arriving, and it's not good, because, they just broke through a really important line. This was not easy at all, and it captures Budapest, which is going to completely end Austria-Hungary as a whole. Immediately, Slovenia declares their independence and joins Germany. Croatia's more like not. They can't really declare independence. But at this point, Austria-Hungary's starting to collapse rapidly, and it's not looking good. Austria-Hungary, one of the most powerful countries in the world in this time, is starting to be beaten, just like they did from Germany once again. Eventually, Austria-Hungary completely collapses, the government's lost, and they just end up surrendering. So yeah, Germany just soloed Austria-Hungary and Norway. Let's take a look at this peace treaty. So in a peace treaty, Germany annexes all of Norway and takes a big chunk out of Austria-Hungary, which at this point is just Hungary because they lost all of Austria, and then they made a puppet out of, I would want to say, Slovenia, Croatia, and Bosnia, which looks horrible. So yeah, they're hurting a lot. I would imagine Romania would invade Austria-Hungary from here, which does happen, but I'm not even going to bother showing you what happens in it. Basically, Romania just invades Austria-Hungary and takes land. I can imagine they would take all of this. It wouldn't be what they wanted, but they got Transylvania back, so... So we have Romania invading Austria-Hungary and getting more land than they would normally. Austria-Hungary at this point is just crippled. They're struggling internally. They have nothing left. They would want to... I don't know. They don't want to unite with Russia. They don't want to unite with Serbia. But they don't exactly have a choice because their entire economy is crippled. So they decide to unite with Russia. That made the most disgusting borders I've ever seen. So Russia is now going to have to deal with this hot mess that they have. I would imagine they would invade Romania to fix it, but I don't exactly think that would work. But at this point, the German Empire is done expanding. As well, they can't go anywhere else. They're kind of surrounded. so that's going to be it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.